Welcome to our session on understanding research paper headings. Today, we'll explore the example of screen time's effect on sleep duration in grade 6 students, guided by Professor Irfan Shukr. This will help us grasp the structure and purpose of research paper headings. By the end of this session, students will be able to identify key headings in a research paper and explain the recommended word count and expected content for each section. This will enhance your ability to effectively structure and comprehend research papers. Let's revisit the IMRAD format, a standardized structure for scientific research papers. IMRAD stands for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion. This format helps organize and present research findings clearly and systematically. The first sections of a research paper include the title page, abstract, and keywords. The introduction follows, covering a title page, followed by a section of introduction that contains background, problem, research, question, hypothesis, objective significance, scope. Definitions after introduction is the literature review. These elements set the stage for your research. The methodology section details the design, participants, sampling, tools, and data analysis. Results present findings, while the discussion interprets them. The conclusion wraps up the study, and references list all cited sources. Next, we'll discuss the appropriate length and content for each part of a research paper. Understanding these guidelines ensures clarity and precision in your writing, making your research more impactful. The title page should be concise with 15 to 30 words. It includes the title, author's name, institutional affiliation, and sometimes the date and supervisor's name. This page introduces the study and its origin. For example, title, Effect of Screen Time on Sleep Duration in Grade 6 Students. Author, Aisha Khan. Institution, ABC School, Department of Educational Research. Supervisor, Mr. Rehan Ahmed. Date, March 2025. The abstract is a brief summary of 150-250 words, covering the purpose, methods, results, and conclusions. It provides a quick overview of the study, helping readers decide if the paper is relevant to their interests. For example, this study aimed to explore the relationship between screen time and sleep duration among 30 grade 6 students. A correlational design was used. Students self-reported their average daily screen use and sleep hours for 1 week. A strong negative correlation, R is 0.82, was found. Students with more screen time had shorter sleep. The findings suggest that schools and parents should educate children on healthy screen habits to improve sleep and learning outcomes. The next is keyword, which reflects the study's focus and aids in indexing and searchability. They are the main terms that describe your topic, ensuring your research is easily discoverable by others. The introduction, 500-800 words, includes background, problem, research question, hypothesis, objectives, significance, scope, and definitions. It outlines what the study is about and its importance. For example, background, children today spend more time on screens than ever before, which may impact their sleep habits. Problem, reduced sleep can affect attention, memory, and learning, especially in school-age children. Research question, does increased screen time reduce sleep duration in Year 6 students? The introduction continues with the hypothesis, objectives, significance, and scope. Definitions clarify key terms like screen time and sleep duration, ensuring readers understand the study's context and focus. The literature review, 700 to 1,000 words, summarizes previous research, highlights gaps, and justifies your study. It explains what others have said about the topic and why your research is necessary. For example, in our study, studies have shown a negative impact of screen time on sleep among adolescents, but limited research focuses on younger students in local schools. This study aims to fill this gap and inform educators about balancing technology and student well-being. The methodology section, 500 to 1,000 words, explains the how of your study: design, participants, sampling, data tools, analysis, and ethics. It details how you planned and carried out your research. For example, the methodology used in our research was: example, design, correlational research design to examine the relationship between two variables. Participants, 30, grade 6 students. 15 boys, 15 girls from ABC School. Methodology continues with sampling. Simple random sampling from one class, tools/instruments. Daily screen time log. Self-reported. Sleep duration, record sheet, filled by parents for accuracy. Data collection, screen use, and sleep data were recorded daily for 7 days, collected under teacher supervision and parent consent. Data analysis, Pearson's correlation. Coefficient calculated using SPSS ethical considerations and conflict of interest are also addressed, ensuring the study's integrity and transparency. Permission from the school administration. Written consent from parents. Anonymity of participants was maintained. The author declares no conflict of interest. Ethical considerations and conflict of interest are also addressed, ensuring the study's integrity and transparency. The results section, 300-800 words, presents what was found using figures, graphs, and tables without interpretation. It provides the facts and data, such as the correlation between screen time and sleep duration. The discussion, 500 to 800 words, interprets the results, compares with other studies, and explains implications. It discusses what your results mean and their significance, suggesting future research directions. The discussion of the case could be that the strong negative correlation supports previous research suggesting that increased screen time is associated with reduced sleep. This implies that schools should hold awareness sessions for students and parents. It also suggests future studies can test interventions like screen-free hours before bed. The conclusion, 150-300 words, summarizes findings, states conclusions, and gives recommendations. It wraps up the study, suggesting actions like limiting screen exposure and exploring digital curfews. In our example, the conclusion could be that the study found that increased screen time significantly reduces sleep in grade 6 students. It is recommended that parents limit screen exposure in the evening. Future research could investigate how this affects classroom performance or introduce interventions such as digital curfews. References have no fixed limit, usually spanning 1-2 pages. They provide a formatted list of all cited sources, ensuring credit is given to original authors and supporting the study's credibility. Thank you for your attention. We hope this session has enhanced your understanding of research paper headings and their importance in structuring and presenting scientific research effectively.